Hello, welcome to another exciting series. In today's series, we will be solving a practical change of subject question in mathematics, right? So let's quickly delve into the series, right? So make y the subject of the relation. So our given relation or equation is z equals the fraction e minus y over y plus 300, right? So we are to make y the subject of the relation, okay? So our preamble equation is z equals the fraction e minus y over y plus 300, right? So here, what we have to do first is to multiply through by the LCM, which is y plus 300. So this z, okay, has an invincible 1 here, okay. So every number is divisible by 1, so it has an invisible 1 here. So this 1 multiplying y plus 300 will give you the same y plus 300. So that means y plus 300 can go into 1, and 1 also can go into 1 plus 300. So this makes y plus 300 to be our LCM, our least common factor, right? So it's a common factor. So we multiply each side of the equation with our least common factor, which is our LCM, which is y plus 300, right? So y plus 300 will multiply z, okay, for us to get z multiplying y plus 300, right? Y plus 300 would multiply the equation or the fraction e minus y over y plus 300, right? So y plus 300 will cancel itself out. Y plus 300 will cancel here too, leaving us with the equation z multiplying y plus 300 is equal to e minus y, right? So we do some expansions. Z multiplying y will give us yz, right? Z multiplying 300 will give us 300z, right? Equals e minus y, right? So we have to make y the subject of the relation. So we have to group like terms, okay, like terms. So in grouping like terms, right, we group terms with y component at one side and those without any y component at the other side. So based on our given equation here, the variables with y terms in the given equation here is two different sets of variables, which is yz and negative y. Okay, so we maintain yz, right, and migrate negative y across the equal to border to the other half of the equation, right? So this negative y, right, is a negative number. Okay, so whenever a number crosses the equal to sign here, okay, it will change its form to become a, a different variable or different number, right? So depending on the nature of the variable, so negative y is a negative variable, okay, so when it crosses the equal to sign, it will change its form to become a positive variable. In similar trend, supposing y was a positive number, supposing, right, it, and y crosses the equal to sign, it would have metamorphized or changed its form to become a negative number, right? So a negative number. So we have our equation to be yz plus y, right? Because negative y has moved or migrated to the other half of the equation by crossing the equal to sign to change its form, right? And here we have positive 300z, right? So this is a positive number, plus is positive 300z, right? So this positive number, based on the same rule, will cross the equal to sign and change its form to become a negative number, right? So that's how come we have a negative 300z here, right? So we have our new equation to be yz plus y, okay, equals e minus 300z, right? So yz plus y are common factors, right? So we factor out. Okay, so when we factor out, we bring y out of the equation and we find a number that when, or a variable that when you multiply it with y, you are going to get yz, okay, and you multiply it with the same y, you are going to get positive y, right? So which number, when you multiply with y, you get yz is what is z, right? So we have y multiplying z giving us yz, right? So that means z is the right variable, right? So which number when multiplied with y will give us a positive y? And that number is 1, because 1 multiplying positive y multiplying positive 1 will give us positive y, right? So our new equation is giving us y multiplying z plus 1, okay, equals e minus 300z, right? So y multiplying z plus 1, okay, is not independent, right? Y is not independent. It has a dependent variable, which is z plus 1, right? So we are going to have to cancel out z plus 1 for y to be independent and stand on its own, right? So in doing so, what you do for the left hand side of the equation, you do same for the right hand side of the equation. That's the mathematical rule. So whatever action you take for the left hand side, you do same for the right hand side. So we are going to have our new equation to be the fraction y multiplying z plus 1 equals z plus 1. We are going to have our new equation to be y multiplying z plus 1 over z plus 1 equals the fraction e minus 300z over z plus 1, right? So z plus 1 would cancel out. Okay, z plus 1 will also cancel out here, right? So we are going to have our y to be the fraction e minus 300z over z plus 1 as our final answer. Okay, thank you so much for watching today's video. Kindly do well to subscribe for more. Thank you. Bye.